The Battle of Ain al-Tamr, fought in 633 CE in what is now modern-day Iraq, represents a significant episode in the early Islamic conquest during the Rashidun Caliphate's expansion. This battle marked the growing influence of the nascent Islamic State beyond the Arabian Peninsula and demonstrated its military capabilities against formidable opponents. The background, conduct, and consequences of this battle are intertwined with the broader historical context of the early Islamic expansion and the socio-political landscape of the region. The context of the Battle of Ain al-Tamr is rooted in the larger framework of the early Islamic conquests, particularly during the Caliphate of Abu Bakr r. 632 to 634 CE. Following the death of the Prophet Muhammad in 632 CE, the Rashidun Caliphate, under the leadership of Abu Bakr, embarked on a series of military campaigns to consolidate and expand the Islamic State. These campaigns were aimed not only at unifying the Arabian Peninsula under Islamic rule, but also at extending the reach of Islam into neighboring territories. Ain al-Tamr, an oasis located in western Iraq, was a strategic site due to its position along key trade routes and its relative proximity to the Sasanian Empire's heartlands. At the time, the Sasanian Empire, one of the two superpowers of the region alongside the Byzantine Empire, was grappling with internal strife and external pressures. This period of weakness presented an opportunity for the Rashidun Caliphate to advance its territorial ambitions. The immediate precursor to the Battle of Ain al-Tamr was the successful Islamic conquest of Hira, a prominent city in the region, which served as a springboard for further incursions into Sasanian territory. The victory at Hira was a testament to the effectiveness of the Islamic military strategy, which combined mobility, surprise, and the cohesive ideology of jihad, or holy struggle. After securing Hira, the Muslim forces, led by the experienced General Khalid ibn al-Walid, turned their attention to Ain al-Tamr. The Sasanian defenses at Ain al-Tamr were under the command of a Persian general named Herein, who had allied with Arab Christian tribes in the area. This alliance was indicative of the complex and fluid allegiances in the region, where local tribes often shifted their support based on immediate political and military advantages. The presence of Arab Christian allies at Ain al-Tamr also highlights the religious and ethnic diversity of the region prior to the Islamic conquests. As Khalid ibn al-Walid's forces approached Ain al-Tamr, they faced a well-fortified position with a substantial garrison. Khalid, known for his tactical acumen, employed a strategy that combined direct assault with psychological warfare. He divided his forces to create the impression of a larger army, a tactic intended to intimidate the defenders and undermine their morale. This maneuver was typical of Khalid's approach, which often emphasized speed, surprise, and psychological impact. The battle itself was characterized by intense and brutal combat. Khalid's forces launched a series of coordinated attacks on the fortifications of Ain al-Tamr, employing siege tactics to breach the defenses. Despite the resilience of the Sasanian and allied Arab Christian defenders, the Muslim forces gradually gained the upper hand. The turning point came when Khalid's troops succeeded in breaching the walls of the fortress, leading to fierce hand-to-hand fighting within the compound. The capture of Ain al-Tamr was marked by the usual customs of warfare at the time, which included the taking of captives and the appropriation of spoils. One of the notable outcomes of this battle was the capture of several individuals who would later play significant roles in the Islamic world. Among the captives was Nestorius, a Christian monk who would go on to contribute to the intellectual life of the Islamic Empire. The victory at Ain al-Tamr had profound implications for the Rashidun Caliphate. It further solidified the Muslim hold over the region and served as a stepping stone for subsequent campaigns into deeper Sasanian territories. The fall of Ain al-Tamr also demonstrated the vulnerability of the Sasanian Empire and the effectiveness of the Islamic military strategy, which combined speed, mobility, and a unifying religious ideology. The success at Ain al-Tamr and other similar victories contributed to the rapid expansion of the Islamic State, transforming it from a regional power into a burgeoning empire. This period of conquest laid the foundations for the later Umayyad and Abbasid caliphates, which would extend Islamic rule across vast swathes of territory from the Iberian Peninsula in the west to the borders of India in the east. In addition to its military and political significance, the Battle of Ain al-Tamr also had cultural and religious implications. The incorporation of diverse populations into the Islamic State brought about a complex process of cultural and religious exchange and integration. The Muslim conquerors were often pragmatic in their approach to governance, allowing a degree of religious and cultural autonomy to the conquered peoples, which facilitated the relatively smooth integration of diverse communities into the Islamic polity. The legacy of the Battle of Ain al-Tamr is thus multifaceted. Militarily, it exemplified the effectiveness of early Islamic warfare and the strategic genius of commanders like Khalid ibn al-Walid. Politically, it marked a significant step in the consolidation and expansion of the Rashidun Caliphate. Culturally and religiously, it highlighted the beginnings of a complex process of integration and exchange that would shape the character of the Islamic civilization in the centuries to come. Understanding the Battle of Ain al-Tamr requires an appreciation of the broader historical context in which it occurred. The early 7th century was a period of profound transformation in the Near East, characterized by the decline of established empires and the rise of new powers. The Sasanian and Byzantine empires, which had dominated the region for centuries, were weakened by protracted conflicts and internal strife. The emergence of the Islamic State under the leadership of the Rashidun caliphs represented a new and dynamic force in this changing landscape. The Battle of Ain al-Tamr is a testament to the early Islamic State's ability to exploit the vulnerabilities of its adversaries and to achieve rapid and significant territorial gains. It underscores the importance of military leadership, strategic innovation, and the unifying power of religious ideology in the success of the early Islamic conquests. Moreover, it serves as a reminder of the complex and often tumultuous process of empire building and cultural integration that characterized the early Islamic period. In conclusion, the Battle of Ain al-Tamr was a crucial episode in the early Islamic conquests, reflecting the military prowess, strategic vision, and ideological unity of the Rashidun Caliphate. It marked a significant step in the expansion of the Islamic State and had lasting implications for the political, cultural, and religious landscape of the region. The story of this battle, with its hidden facts and broader historical context, provides valuable insights into the dynamics of early Islamic history and the transformative power of the Islamic conquests.